spiritual teachers, holy master, saints, holy angels, spiritual helpers, and all the great ones. We humbly invoke for your divine guidance, divine love, divine blessings, for illumination, for divine oneness, divine bliss, divine help, divine health, and divine protection. We thank you in full faith. So be it. So, friends, so far we have talked about acceptance. We have talked about God. We have talked about. Can you all please go on mute? Okay. So we have spoken about acceptance. We have spoken about God. We have spoken um, about karma, right? We have spoken about all of these things. So today we will talk about surrender. Did you all have any doubts with respect to the last class? Anybody? I know very few have joined actually. Any doubts so far? Okay, no doubts. Okay, we will just continue then. So today we will be talking about surrender. Surrender, what is the difference between surrender and acceptance? Acceptance, when it comes to acceptance, we are majorly accepting all the facts that are shown to us as they are. There is no inner resistance. Okay? There is no inner resistance. There is no inner fight to accept the facts that are shown to us. What are these facts? We spoke about it in the acceptance class, that when the POSC shows us our own reflection, when the emotions are released, typically when we are feeling some of those negative feelings, we are basically blaming somebody most often than not. So when we are blaming somebody, why are we blaming? We are blaming because we think that they made it happen. They made my discomfort happen. But they are not making the discomfort happen. So the classes are teaching us that they are not making the discomfort happen. We already had the discomfort. They are only trying to bring our awareness to the discomfort that we already have within us. We are storing that within us, and that is an obstacle to our progress. It's like we are heavier by that much, that the POS is showing to us. We are heavier by that much of weight that we are holding, some negative energy that we are holding, some negative belief, a limited belief that we are holding on to. So what did they do? They came to show us what limited beliefs we already have. And inside those beliefs, while we were trying to protect those beliefs, we have actually, what do you say, stored a lot of negative emotions, energy. And that energy is weighing us down. It is making us heavy. Our energy system is heavier by that much. Okay. So the POSC is basically showing us what is POSC? People, objects, situations, and experiences are showing us all of these things. Now, after these facts are shown to us, we have to practice. We have to practice getting into a state of non-resistance. Why will we not resist? We will not resist when we are accepting of, or when we are believing that this knowledge that is coming to me is the truth, and I'm going to follow it, I'm going to accept it, I'm going to apply it in my life. So when we are like having that confidence and the faith and the trust on the knowledge that is coming, that knowledge is our guru. Any guru for that matter. The guru can appear in the form of any form of pose. Okay. So when anything comes to us, typically we have to have that surrendered state. Only then there is growth. Only then there is growth. We think that a guru is somebody who is in a saffron cloth and who is a teacher. He should be in the role of a teacher. And let's say if our children come to us in the form of a guru, We don't really see them as guru. We see them mostly as people who are inferior than us. I can boss over them. I can basically parent over them. All of these things are basically in majorly everybody's mind. But a guru is something that is coming to us. A POSC only is a guru. In I think in last season I've told that the POSC itself is our guru. Every single time the POSC can keep changing. Sometimes it can be some people at home. Sometimes it can be people in the office. Sometimes it can be people outside in the street. As of now, in that moment, you are interacting with them or you are looking at them. Some input is coming from them. Some object, some experience, some situation is basically our teacher at that time. It's like there are all of these POSCs who are giving us little growth every single day. Now, when we go to our first standard teacher, a first standard teacher taught us only for the period of 1 year. Then let's say then we go to second standard teacher. Second standard teacher is different. She is not the same as the first standard teacher. Third standard teacher, fourth standard. Let's say after we go to a certain higher level, then what happens? Subject, we have different teachers. Maths, we have a different teacher. Science, we have a different teacher. Then after that, if we go, complete science will have one subject, one teacher. Later on, as we keep going higher, physics, we have a different teacher. Chemistry, we have a different teacher. Biology, we have a different teacher. Like this, even in maths, initially maths, geometry probably has a separate teacher. Arithmetic will have a separate teacher. Slowly, as we keep going to higher subjects, let's say trigonometry, we have a separate teacher. Then calculus maybe has coming from a separate teacher. So it depends on where we are in our level of consciousness. Then we have different teachers. Either way, let's say we don't know whether it's one teacher, more teacher, whatever. But POSC is coming as a teacher. Let's say even if there is a real guru, he is also a POSC, no, as of now. Because he's showing you our own reflection. Because we are not enlightened yet. So we are not yet seeing things as they are. We are seeing things as we are. Which is we are seeing everything in the form of a mirror. Even when we have a, let's say, physical guru also. That guru is also a POSC to us. So as of now, we don't have, at least I don't have a, let's say, physical guru or anybody around me. But still, there are so many people who are teaching us on a daily basis, no? Our parents are teaching us, or our children are teaching us. Every day they have some trigger to give us. So these triggers are mostly like lessons. They are teaching us. Knowledge is also coming to us. Let's say through these classes. You are my POSC. I am your POSC. When this knowledge is coming to us, when we are in acceptance, we are not fighting. When we are in fight mode with the teacher, will you have any respect towards what they are teaching? So if there is no respect only towards the teacher, then how will the knowledge even enter? In what mental state you are for that knowledge to enter your mind? Imagine if you had a very bad opinion about some teacher in any college or school for that matter. Did that subject really enter your head properly? More often than not, it wouldn't enter. Or even if you thought it entered, or even if you thought you were actually good at it, maybe you did not explore the potential of how much more good it could have been if you had only given respect to the teacher. It's very important. It's very important that when in that equation of that student-teacher relationship, respect is very important. Only when you look at somebody as superior, somebody who knows more than, then only we bend. The ego should bend in front of somebody. Only then you will be like in a receiving mode. If there is no bending, what? If you're more like that, what does she know? Or what does he know? If you're more like that, then there is a lot of superiority complex, authority kind of thing. There is no receiving. Your hand is not like this. Then what will happen? You will not be able to collect whatever he is giving. So because there is no bowl to collect, The bowl is not like this to collect. What will go inside the head? Nothing. So acceptance, we are accepting that whatever is shown to us is a fact. There is no arguing about it. There is no resistance. And this knowledge is also coming to us like a POSC only. And we are not resisting it. We are accepting it. We are not fighting it. We are not questioning it also. I don't even get questions also these days. So either way. So all of these things are there, no? So it is very important that that respect, that faith, that trust is placed in that receiving. Wherever you are in the receiving mode, you have to put that trust and respect and faith. I have told that in the last class. When do we get outcomes? When the divine moment is reached. When we have finished some karma and the divine moment has to come. Divine timing, they say, no? The divine timing has to come, then the exact outcome is going to show up, whatever it may be. But until then, what is our job? Our job is to basically be surrendered or be in acceptance of whatever knowledge is coming. Take it, apply it in your life. Keep applying, keep applying, keep applying, keep applying. At some point, it will click and then only results will show. Now, where does surrender come is, now let's say we were doing your best, you were in acceptance, all that happened. Now, outcome came. But let's say you did not expect that outcome. You wanted a different outcome. Then there is no surrender. So surrender has everything to do with outcomes. You are not fighting an outcome. You are not having preferences for an outcome. Acceptance, whereas acceptance has everything to do with accepting facts that are shown to you as they are. We are not talking about outcomes here, okay? But in surrender, we are not even fighting outcomes. We are not having preference for fruits of any action that you do. Okay? It is more about the outcome part of it. So just remember that. Acceptance is no resistance to facts, and surrender is no resistance to outcomes. So let's say, what are the possible outcomes that can happen? Let's say, for example, health. I may heal, I may not heal. Divine moment is like forever, it is not coming at all. So there are so many other possibilities like that. Maybe I'm seeing some results, but I am not fully there yet. There are so many such possibilities, right? Even in terms of health, or let's say finances also. That divine moment, I'm saying. You are working hard on some karma, accepting triggers are coming, everything, acceptance is actually being applied. But when it comes to outcomes, there are so many other possible outcomes. So being mentally ready for all outcomes, believing that that is also for my good, whatever comes, and that divine timing, whatever is shown to me, is the best for me, is called surrender. And when it comes to acceptance, it is mostly about facts shown to you and all of that, no? But when it comes to surrender, how intimate you are to the Supreme, how intimate you are to God, that matters a lot. And when your intimacy with God in your mind, it's that bhav, it's that feeling towards God, no? If that intimacy you have in your mind, when it comes to intimacy, we think, oh, how intimate we both are. Intimate both are, it's like there is a give and a take. And in this case, let's say God may not be talking to you physically, but you should understand how intimate you feel towards God, no? That intimacy, the more you are intimate and you feel towards God, surrender comes very naturally, acceptance also comes. Surrender may come, but you may not be able to do every single time accepting all outcomes. But acceptance will come very, very naturally to a person. So it's like acceptance is the first step, followed by surrender. if you are good at this because you are very close to God, you feel very close to God, you are more respectful towards God, you feel that He's more yours. That when that intimacy I'm saying is more there, no, then this also automatically like flows to from you. Acceptance, you'll be able to accept things as they are because here, he is only the one who's basically running the show kind of thing, right? So you will not have too much of difficulty even accepting things as they are. There is no fight. Okay. So any doubts here so far? Let me just give some examples. Okay. I've just written down some examples. So let's say I feel fear. I'm talking about acceptance. Okay. I feel fear. Okay, I'm feeling fear. Okay, that release, fear is getting released. As of now, fear is happening. Some trigger happened, and let's say fear is happening. I don't like it. I don't like it, but I'm not going to resist it also. I'm just accepting it as it is. That is called acceptance. Okay, any doubts there? We've already dealt with acceptance. So here we are just we are just allowing things to be as they are. We are not fighting it because we know whatever is happening is the right thing. Whatever facts are happening to me, I'm applying all of these concepts. Oh, I feel the fear. Fear is like a cloud that is basically going. It just showed me my limitation. So there's a cage. So all of that you're thinking and then accepting. Okay. There is no resistance. I don't like it. I don't have to like anything. But you're not having any resistance towards it. You're accepting it as it is. Now, what does surrender say? Surrender says, I feel the fear. I feel the fear. But then I'll offer it to God. You're just saying, it's okay. I'll offer it to God. Let Him decide what happens. It's almost the same, in this case, fear based. Either you are accepting and you're letting it as it is. It's like there's a very thin line between both the in this example, there's a very thin line. You are accepting it as it is, but you are taking a conscious decision that, hey, I'm going to surrender it to God, pa. Let Him take care. You're not leaving it to some unknown entity. In acceptance, what we have, there is like literally nothing on the other side. You're just leaving it as it is. But when it comes to surrender, you have intimacy with God, no? So you want to like constantly keep interacting with Him. So you're saying, I feel this fear, God. I'm going to give off this fear to you. In acceptance concept, where there is no not yet intimacy and all with respect to God, you will not remember God also. You will apply the concepts, but there is no remembrance of God, and there is nothing like, He'll take care of everything for me. That is also not there. But when it comes to as surrender deepens, because now you are doing chanting, you're doing japa, you're listening to his stories, you've sort of felt very close to him. Oh my God, such a beautiful personality. Wow, he does so much for me. All that gratitude and that feeling so drawn towards him, all of that comes. When that comes, you'll say, why can't I do this for him? Why can't I do that for him? Kind of thing. When that sort of comes within you, then you are basically, I give up this fear also to God. I don't have to deal with anything. There is no doership. In acceptance, what happens? You still have the doership. Oh, yeah, I'm feeling the fear. Okay, I'll just leave it as it is. Okay. You still feel the weight of whatever you're doing. Okay, you feel that I'm actually in witness mode. I'm the one who's basically managing all of these things. But in surrender, it is more of a bhakt kind of concept. In surrender, there is no weight. The bhakt doesn't bear any weight. He just says, why should I bear the weight? It is God's universe. He runs the show. Let him take this fear also. It is more like that. And surrender relieves us from that burden and that heaviness that we feel when we are doing some of these things. So acceptance, although it is very intellectual exercise, surrender is a very, what do you say, spiritual exercise. Got the difference, or am I confusing you? Any doubt so far? I don't know. Anybody in the chat? Okay. Now let me see if I can I'll give a different example. So typically what happens when we do acceptance, no, we feel peace. Yeah, I feel peaceful in this moment. I feel peaceful. But like I said, in surrender, that burden is not felt. It's like you're not feeling that I have to keep doing this acceptance all the time. You don't feel like you are actually holding the weight of your own karma. Karma is there. You just say, karma, no karma, whatever karma, it's okay, God, you take it. You handle. You handle, I'll just follow you, kind of thing. Okay, there is no personal burden that you feel. Freedom. You feel freedom from any burden. Surrender is more that it will feel like that. Okay. When it comes to acceptance, what did we do? We just said, I will not resist whatever it is. Whatever comes, let it come. You're not resisting. You're not fighting. You're accepting the facts as they are when the POSC shows them to you. Okay. But in surrender, what happens? You will not have any insistence for any outcome. I want this to go this way only. I want my clothes to be folded like this only. I want my maid to do all of these things. I want her to exactly come at 9 o'clock every single day. These are called insistences. I want to, we say no, all of these are called insistence. Insistence is also a form of resistance only. So that resistance also you'll give up. You'll say, for example, um, let's say me and my maid were cleaning something yesterday. She forgot to clean some spot, and I also probably missed it. Then what happened? Typically, how should we think? Typically, how people will think? They'll think, what am I paying her for? She should look everywhere and do no. That is her job, right? How much I'm paying her? She should do. How can she miss this spot? Can't she see properly? Which means fans, let's say, one part she has cleaned, the other part she has not cleaned. How do we take this? She should look at all the directions and clean, right? Is what we can typically think, or we can think at that time, if that part had to be cleaned, it would have got cleaned. God would have given her the awareness to look in that part also. But God did not give her the awareness to look in that part. Because today I had to face a trigger to see that part and watch my reaction to what I'm going to think. How will I feel when I look at other part of the fan when it is not cleaned? So when you think like this, what happens? Oh, I'm okay. I'm okay with this. Now, let's say today I could have got it cleaned, but what can I do? Let's say when she tells, "Oh, my son was sick yesterday night, that's why I didn't come." She's already late today. Then again, if I make her do that because I want, there's one itch that some part of the fan is not cleaned. It's like bothering. Let's say, for example, then it's going to really say, how long that will take? It'll take only 5 minutes, right? Clean and go. Why am I paying you for? All of these kinds of fights will come. These are called insistences. Instead, okay, what will one part of the fan which is dirty? I mean, how can it bother us? Let it go. It showed, let's say, it showed me my POSC. It was my POSC. The dirt was my POSC. The dirt was my POSC. It showed me, did I react to it or did I not react to it? So in some areas like this, where maybe we are okay, you will see growth. At least in my case, I did not react. For me, because of this class, thank you, because of this class, I keep practicing many of these concepts that we talk here. So I did not get any trigger there. And even when she told my son is not well and all of those things, I told it's okay, you were already late today, you have still not had your food. It's okay, you go. Kal kar lenge. When you're okay, kal kar lenge. It's okay. So this was simple, but there are so many different. So typically with maids, triggers come. or typically with family members, triggers come. Wherever there is an expectation, triggers come. So that it's important that we manage our triggers and understand where these expectations are and all of those things. Okay. So when it comes to surrender, just surrender the outcomes. You told her to do, but she did not do one part. So that is an outcome where one part of the fan was not cleaned. That is an outcome to me. Be okay with that. That was a prasad that God gave me yesterday. Be okay with that. Tomorrow, when we get it cleaned again, he'll give me some other outcome, maybe a clean fan, or maybe a one more part which is not being cleaned. It's okay. Be okay with all outcomes. Instead of saying, I want this outcome only, I want this outcome only, I want that outcome only. See, we as human beings are very limited, but God is infinite. He is like a helicopter. He will see he will see at this level. If an helicopter is, like, say, roaming, and then it looks at the ground, it will know in this road there are blocks, in that road there are no blocks. So but the car guy who's sitting in on the road, in the car is on the road, will he be able to see which road is blocked and which road is not blocked? All he can see is in front of him, or maybe side, to some extent back, because of the rear view mirror. Apart from that, he can't see anything. But a helicopter can actually see some blocks in the future also, no? Somewhere in the front. He can guide the car driver to say, don't go here, don't go there. He can be the GPS. Similarly, God is like that. So we need to trust the outcomes that are coming to us. The helicopter might tell the car driver, go left. The left may be a small gully, but the car guy might want to go on the main road because it is far better to drive on the main road. But the God is telling him, no, no, go to this gully, go to this small road, and then take a left, and then later on come to the main road. Why? Because there was a block. We don't know about it. God knows. But God will not give us justifications. You know why I gave you this thing? Because God doesn't need to give ego an explanation why I'm giving you these commands. God doesn't have to give us. We just have to believe, oh, God gave me this command. Okay, must be right only. I don't need any explanation. It's more like that. So that trust will come, all of that will come when you have an intimacy with God. Why will you have an intimacy with God? Because you know He's superior. Why? Because you've listened to so many stories, you've understood how powerful He is, how kind He is, how compassionate He is. I mean, he's the most superior in the entire cosmos, but he's available to you at your fingertips, at a, what do you say, in every single moment. How humble is he, right? So when you are basically able to think at that level, then that intimacy, that respect that you have for him will be like deeply more. You'll adore him like anything. Then that surrender will come very easily to his way of how cosmos works. Okay, so there is no insistence. So everything with respect to surrender has to do with God, has to do with spirituality, has to do more than spirituality. It has to do something with surrendering to the supreme, how intimate you are, outcome based. Okay, then other example, this example. No. Okay, so in in acceptance, you still have some amount of authority. But here in surrender, you are not having any control. You will just say, oh, okay, okay, whatever comes, it's okay. It like feels the same. Acceptance also, you are not resisting. Surrender also, you're not resisting. But in acceptance, you're not resisting facts. In surrender, you're not resisting outcomes. I mean, did you all get the subtle difference? Any doubts?
Hmm.
Yeah, Anju?
Uh, Nita, just I have a doubt. I have a situation with my brother, is it? Uh, and he's got a lot of misunderstandings about me. I
He's
was
got
thinking,
what?
he's got a lot of misunderstandings. Yeah, because there was a situation with his wife. So mainly, I was telling him all the facts by how whatever I learned, right? Probably it was a mistiming, or probably he is not in that awareness I am. Yeah. So I was just thinking, what to do. Whether should I surrender to the God? Ki jo bhi he's thinking, probably the time will come when he will understand whatever, clear the misunderstanding, or should I message him or talk to him about what I don't know what why all these misunderstandings occurred in his mind. So I don't know whether I should accept the situation or surrender to the God. Ki jo bhi hoga, I leave it to you. You clear whatever misunderstandings he has developed. He has
See,
developed.
what makes us happy in that moment? Everybody happy, like how movies has to end, happily सब कुछ हो गया types. Movies ended very happily. शांत का ending. In that present moment, what does the ego want? It wants everybody to happy, everybody to understand each other, harmony, peace, everything. Now, but in that current moment, that is not shown to us. In that current moment, he is not in, he's not aligned with your cage. The cage wants everything to be happy. Everybody to be like together with each other and all of that, aligned and all of that. But now he is not aligned with your cage. What is the pose showing you? That you have an expectation that somebody must be aligned to you in every single moment. That when a brother is not is in misunderstanding with you, you don't like it. Be okay with that. That what I'm saying is at that time how to practice acceptance. When will he basically be okay with you? When will there be when will there not be any misunderstandings? When the divine moment comes, when the karma is cleared. Until then, you are facing some situation that you don't like. Let it be. At that time, if you try to go justify, you are basically the ego who's trying to resist whatever is already given to you. In that moment, accept that he showed you a discomfort that was already within you. You might tell anything to him, oh, sorry, you misunderstood me, blah, 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 blah. But in your mind, you should be very clear that, oh, this is the karma that I'm currently facing. He showed me my cage. Cage is what? Cage is somewhere you are you are not comfortable. So his behavior was not comfortable to you.
Mm.
That is cage. Why is he showing you that? Because it was already within you. There was some cage that is there. He's just showing you that, that's all. That when he does something like that, I don't like. It's
But
okay.
what if I
Let it
don't
be.
know what my cage is? There's some things, right? But I
No
don't.
need to know the message. No need to know the message. No need to know any message. Don't put English into the cage at all. We don't need to put English there. We don't need to understand it at all. You just have to observe that, oh, it was within me, na. That's it, leave it. Oh, so here you are blaming him. You're saying he has misunderstood me, which means you are right. He's wrong.
No, I'm not thinking that way. I'm just thinking he has what are misunderstandings there.
See him, look at him more like a postman. What is there with the postman? What dealing will you do with the postman? He'll give you the letter.
Mm.
That's it. After that, there is no interaction with postman. Mind has no interaction with postman. Mind has no belief that it is postman's job, postman's problem also. Postman did not make you, postman did not cause that problem within you. He just showed you something that you did not like. Why you don't like? Because there is that energy that you have that you don't like, that's all. It is not his behavior. That behavior was more like a drama to trigger what you already had. So leave it for some time. When you come to acceptance, no, that itself is the solution. That energy shift that you will get because of acceptance itself is a solution. In this energy, you are not in acceptance. He is still in misunderstanding. In this energy, you are in acceptance. His misunderstanding will go. He will only come to you and he'll say, Anju, sorry, I misunderstood you. Did you do anything in these two states? No, you just came to acceptance that it was within me. Thank you. I already understood that it was with me. Thank you for showing me. हाँ ये जो problem है, it will clear. When the divine timing comes, it will clear. But I will focus on being in acceptance consistently till I reach here. Every day, the mind will tell, oh, yo, he's not talking to me, he's not calling me, he's not answering my messages. No need to do anything. He is just a puppet. You are also a puppet. Who's a sutradhar? God. He'll make it happen. He has given you some work. Come to acceptance. When we do that work, Sutradhar will automatically make that puppet do whatever to you. Today he is making that puppet do something to you because you need to see something within you. Now, after seeing what is within you, when you are focusing on being in acceptance today, tomorrow, next 1 hour, tomorrow, every day, 5 days ho gaya, 10 days ho gaya, 15 days, he has still not spoken to you. Stay in acceptance, stay in acceptance, stay in acceptance. The divine timing has not come. The divine timing has not come. I'll stay in acceptance. Bhagwan dekh rahe hai. He will do it. He will do it. He will do it. Then when you reach that point with patience, automatically what has to happen will happen. You don't have to take any action to make him speak, to make him understand. All that is not necessary because that energy is not right yet. He won't understand. You are actually going to make it even more worse because by strengthening your own cage of resistance. Got what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it is more like that. So we have to just stay awareness to what we have without fighting it, without running away from it, without changing it, without altering it. Itself is a solution because we are shifting our energy to higher consciousness in each and every patient state that we are. Internally we are like, sure, God will give me in that divine timing. I have to just wait till that divine timing comes by practicing every single moment. When that thought comes to me, go and tell him, go and talk to him, go and call him, message him. All of that mind will be telling because it can't stand a person who is who was expected to be your what do you say, a close ally, is now an enemy. It can't tolerate that. It wants comfort. Comfort zone is when brother sister both talk to each other nice. That is what ego wants. It wants comfort zone. But when when the pose shows you that they violated your discomfort zone and they put you in discomfort, ego doesn't like it. It is trying to get back to the comfort zone. It will do anything. It will push you with any kind of thoughts to make it happen. And you will keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. Will it work? No. It won't work because God has a different plan. Ego is not aware of it. Ego just wants to make its house proper, that's all. बिग पिक्चर नहीं है ईगो के पास. God has the big picture. You have to align with God because and believe that He has a big picture in mind. It's okay if my ego is not aligned. It's okay if my ego is in discomfort. It's okay. It will work out because I am shifting my energy. But when I'm in surrender, which will, let's say, naturally come. Okay, He's not, as of now, God gave me an outcome where I tried to talk to Him. Initially, who will go to acceptance? Initially, maybe many of us will not go to acceptance. We will try to explain. Hey, no, no, no. Why have you misunderstood? Blah blah blah. We'll talk and all of that. You tried talking. You did all your best. Okay, I tried. That's it. Leave it. Whatever outcome happens, let it happen. Okay, he's not going to talk to me for some time. It's okay, fine. That is the outcome I need to face as of now. Maybe God thinks that's the best for me. I will stay with that. Trust that whatever is in my plate as of now, whatever experience has been given to me in my plate as of now, is the best for me, even if I don't like it. I may have got bitter gourd halwa, but I may not like it. But that is what I need to get for now. I need to eat it for now. I may not like it, but it's okay. Trust that that is what I have to eat right now. And eat it with patience. No fighting, no resisting, no trying to change bitter gourd with something else, no trying to exchange, nothing. It's like when it's peak summer. Do we fight peak summer? A peak summer. Yeah, if it is 30 degrees, 50 degrees, 40 degrees, I have to go to the office means I have to go to the office. There is nobody, there is no choice. If I have to go in a crowded metro train, I have to go in a crowded metro train. I don't like it, but there's no choice. I have to accept it and go. But when you are in surrender, what happens? You will feel that whatever is happening to you is more of God's blessing. It's more like a joy. It's okay, it's okay. This discomfort is also for God only. It's more like that. You trust that whatever is happening to you is happening for good. There is an element of intimacy or some connection with the Supreme when it comes to surrender. When acceptance, it's slightly still at your level only, more intellectual. You are doing more following the process. Okay?
Right.
Acceptance is I allow what it is right now. Whatever is happening to me right now, I allow. Surrender is I will allow what will be outcome. I don't know. I will allow whatever may be the outcome, I will allow that also. It has not happened yet. Typically, when we do surrenders is we are doing some action and we want a certain outcome, but we don't know. We are anxious and all of those things. At that time, what happens? Surrender will work. Be okay with all outcomes and do your work. And whatever outcome has to happen, just say that I'm okay with all outcomes, God. I will do my work sincerely. Duty mindedness will come more. Then what happens? Whatever outcome comes, especially when you are in surrender, the best outcome only will come. And it will be more than your expectations. More often than not. I'm telling by experience. So I have done it so much that I want to keep doing surrender because it is more like let's say you make some juice. When you make your own juice, it is tasty, it is good, you know. But let's say you know that when you actually wait for God's juice, it is far tastier. It is more intoxicating. It is very, very, let's say, addictive. And what will you do? You will purposely wait for that juice. It's more like that. Surrender is more like that. The outcome that we get through surrender is very magical. You will not stop talking about it. But the outcomes that you get, even when you want it, let's say you wanted some outcome, it happened. The joy is little. You'll be happy. Ah, okay, I was waiting for this outcome only. Wow, thank God it happened. Okay, yeah, that much only. That much only. It'll end there only. Maybe 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. That's it. But when you actually wait, when you surrender to all outcomes, bad outcome, good outcome, ugly outcome, all outcomes, I'm okay with this, I'm okay with this, I'm okay with this, I'm okay with this. Typically, what happens is some unknown outcome that is not even in your imagination also will come. And it will be like, oh my God, I didn't even think about this kind of outcome. It is so beautiful, such a well planned outcome, such a well executed. Wow, 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 wow. You'll be like, you can't stop talking about it. And for days together, for like lifetime together, you'll continue to keep thinking about it. You, there is, it's like there is no reduction in that joy at all. That is how God's outcomes come. So tell me, what kind of outcome we want? Temporary outcome, temporary joy outcome, or permanent joy outcome? And by experience, I will tell permanent joy outcomes are very good. And I'm so addicted, I keep applying it again and again and again in every area of my life. It is very easy because when you have already tasted something, no, you'll want to keep going towards it. It is more like that. So surrender, practice this, practice waiting for that God's outcome. It is so addictive that, and when I say in outcomes, what happens, there are so many possible outcomes. Your head can think about maybe so many outcomes, but there are infinite possibilities that can happen which you may not even think of. And those infinite possibilities, in that one beautiful infinite possibility, will be there that you have not even imagined and you can't even think of it. When it comes, you will say, how did I even miss it? It will feel so simple. It will feel like it was right there and I couldn't see it. It will feel like that. But sometimes it will be like, oh my God, I could never even think about this. How beautiful it is. It is like that. Okay, so surrender is more outcome based. It is a it's something that has not happened yet, because we are in a dilemma. Should I follow this, should I follow that, should I do this, should I do that? When we have a dilemma, typically what is happening is you are stuck with a desire. You want this also or you want that also. So when that issue is like that, no, identify what is the desire you are holding on to. You want some outcome to happen. That is why you want this also, you want that also. So drop both and say, no, no, this time I want to taste God's outcome. Smita ma'am told that it's going to be very tasty. So it will be more beautiful than what I imagined. So I want to try it. So you try it. Let go of your desire. It is much, much beyond your desire. It will give you much, much more happiness than your desire. You should try it to believe it. I can't even explain how beautiful it is.
Ma'am,
Only
can I
because
ask you something?
Devi.
Yeah, what I can understand from you is even for both in the both cases, acceptance and surrender, you don't have any action item to do anything. And in acceptance, you are allowing space for whatever you are going through right now. And in surrender, you are allowing space for the outcome, whatever may be the
Absolutely.
outcome.
Yes,
So
yes.
how we can relate this with health issues? See, when we get triggers with health related thing, so we don't have to do anything, or we have to just accept everything,
So
accept and
give me
surrender.
one give me an example of a health issue, then I will tell you.
Maybe related to any infection or UTI related problems, so how we have
Okay,
to.
let's say UTI.
Hmm,
UTI depends on what information you already know about UTI. Let's say, for example, I know what information I know or what is my experience. I'll tell.
hmm,
Let's say I have UTI.
hmm,
Now, what does UTI tell me? UTI tells me that I have had a dehydrated environment in my body, and then in that dehydrated environment, the glucose in the sense sugars in general, have also increased because my eating has not stopped. Although my drinking has stopped, my eating has not stopped. So typically what happens, the body already has yeast, fungus and all that in the lower part. In our gut, every single bacteria is already there. Because of them only we are alive. But what happens, they go into imbalance. They feed a lot and they become like, they multiply a lot. Because of them multiplying a lot, due to excess feeding of sugars and all of that in the urinary tract, they cause, it is called an infection, although they are just excess multiplied, that's all. It's called an infection. So because you have excess different symptoms at that time. Now what should we do? I will, I know, if I'm not in acceptance, what will I do? I'll say, yesterday I ate that sweet, yesterday I did this, I'm blaming something. So that, but then what, when I'm in acceptance, what will I do? Okay, yeah, okay, as of now, I have a UTI. I'm not going to blame anything. I'm not going to fight UTI. I'm not going to do anything. But I will definitely, because my knowledge already says drink a lot more water, drink a lot more juices, drink a lot more tender coconuts. Like flood your body with liquids, literally flood it. So I will go on, let's say, 3-4 liters of all of these things every single day. Let's say for 3 days, I'm only on liquids. That's the way I work, and that's the way I help my clients also. 3-4 days, fully liquid. Maybe some cranberry juice also, which we what do you say, non-sugar cranberry juice. Drink that also with some diluted other, mix it with other juices and drink. Then let's say tender coconut also drink. Drink water also, drink some, let's say, barley boiled water also, dilute it with, instead of water, barley boiled water, dilute it and drink it. Drink. And then what will happen? The infection has passed. But tell me, I took action. I didn't hate my yeast. I didn't hate the gut. I didn't hate anybody who probably I thought caused the problem. I didn't tell, oh, I did not drink enough water. Cha, I'm so bad. I'm so careless. I didn't do anything like that. In this moment, there is a karma where I have to face an UTI. And how many days? So that is acceptance. Now, surrender, what will happen is, I don't know when UTI will go. Maybe 2 days, maybe 3 days, maybe 4 days also. I don't know. And I drank for one day, but it's still not going. I'm not telling that also. It's okay. I'll keep doing my duty. It'll go whenever it has to go, because divine timing has to come for it to go. My karma has to end. So do your duty, but don't focus on outcomes. When what outcome God will give, be okay. Today He gave me, UTI is still there. Maybe little bit burning sensation has reduced. That is the outcome I got today. Tomorrow outcome is slightly better. Day after tomorrow outcome is slightly better. I'm okay with all outcomes. In that moment, I'm not saying, oh, I drank 3 liters, but it should have gone by now. I'm not fighting. I'm not insisting that this outcome has to be like this on this day. You got an idea?
So the action here is it's our duty to take care of the health.
Yes, it's our duty based on your knowledge.
Knowledge.
Whatever
Okay.
is your knowledge, you apply that. But
Hmm.
don't fight inside your head why it's not happening, why this is happening, why that is not happening, why didn't it go. See, typically when we are working on ourselves, we are also watching the results.
Okay.
We are watching our results and saying, why it is still there? Why this
Hmm.
problem is still there? It should have gone. Maybe what I'm doing is not right. I should have added something else. I should put something else. I should do something else.
Hmm.
We are restless in our mind.
Yeah.
That should stop.
Hmm.
Do whatever circus you want. Try
Hmm.
this, try that, this, that. Timing has to come for something to show the result, show that perfection. It's like that problem is there, that problem going away, so that timing has to match. Until then, circus, this, that, what, I have to drink this, I have to drink that, go to medicine, do some yoga, nothing will work. But you should not stop trying to do that also. Anyway, nothing will work. No, divine timing will come. No, I will not do anything. When timing come, I will see. No, that is not the answer, because divine timing will come only based on your effort. What he will see is not you tried juice. He will not see that. He will not say that, oh, she tried juice. No, I should give a result. Oh, she tried tender coconut. I should give a result. Oh, she took this antibiotic. I should give a result. No, it is not that. It is how surrendered you were while doing your duty. How what do you say, like in acceptance you are when you are doing your duty. That matters a lot. That is when we'll get the points for that divine timing to come, because he didn't promise his divine timing when it will come. No, in my previous class I had given you these things about karma points. points number 100, you have to distribute it like this. In each of these areas, what are you doing? You are basically totally given up your ego. So in each of the duty that you're doing here, have you given up your ego? Are you doing what you like, or you don't like what you're doing? Typically, when we are in ill health, we try various things, but on a regular basis, we are not doing any of those things. It is a shift from our regular duties, regular routine, but we are still doing it to know because it's the right thing to do for us as per our knowledge. So, duty is very important. Not taking any action is not the answer.
Mm.
He wants us to take action,
That's
but
where I
in
wanted
what
to
mindset you are
clarify.
taking the action is the matter.
Okay. So the
Mind here
duties
is
are
very
still
important.
there. You have to do the duties.
Hmm. In what mindset you are doing the duty, that is very
Okay.
important.
Okay,
See,
ma'am.
for some person, allopathy may work for them. Why is
Mm.
allopathy working for them? Because in that level of consciousness for them, they are so much in belief that allopathy will work for me, that
Mm.
allopathy only will work for them. But are
Mm.
they surrendered to that allopathic medicine, or they're saying, this doctor, when she gives that medicine, I don't like appa. I'll go to somebody else.
Mm.
Are they trying to be in that mindset? Or are they in acceptance and surrender there also?
Mm.
Then maybe over a period of time, they've done all allopathic medicines and all of that. Then eventually they'll probably go to, let's say, alternative medicines. Maybe that is a level of consciousness they'll come to, a little higher and higher and higher, because as we keep going higher, the trust on nature will eventually improve. So first we will depend on some external device to heal you. That external device. See, even in nature care, when we are doing, let's say, we are depending on, let's say, eating fruits, eating vegetables, or eating sattvic diet and all that, we are still depending on some external entity. When will we continue to keep depending on some other external entity? As long as we have that belief system. Someday that belief system will drop and say, God is everything. He will show me the way. Like, for example, Dhruva. When Dhruva did tapas, initially, he just ate some fruits that were there in the forest. But he didn't come with the mindset that, oh, I have to eat 3 meals a day, otherwise my energy will be dropped up. I can't even breathe. All that he didn't tell. He had no belief system like that. He wanted God. And he came from no belief systems about food. So what happened? He ate fruits one day, he ate little fruit, more fruit that did not matter to him. Then someday he ate leaves only. Someday he ate twigs. Someday he ate maybe some water. He drank some water. Then that reduction of drinking water's frequency also reduced. After so many days he used to drink that water. Breath then that breath also stopped for some time, and then he used to take once in so many days breath, it seems. So like this, there are, based on their belief systems, we will function. If people think that I need 8 hours of sleep, otherwise I can't function, I need my cup of coffee, otherwise I can't function, then they need that cup of coffee because they think they can't function. Someday God will want to break that belief. So at that time, what will happen? They will drink the cup of coffee. They will keep sleeping also. They'll get that 8 hours of sleep also. They'll drink coffee also, but they still can't function. Such a person will start to ego always wants answers. So then the ego will say, "Oh my God, I also drank coffee. I also had my 8 hours of sleep, but still I'm not able to function because maybe I am probably not drinking enough water." One more cooked up story, and more cage got built. Like this, we'll keep building cages as long as we reach some point where we know we are beyond. All these cages are just cages. It's just acceptance, surrender, and all of these things. Slowly, 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 with practice, we'll get our own unique understanding of what it is. Okay, so this is what is acceptance and surrender. Um, yeah. Anything else?
Thank
Yeah,
you for answering that.
yeah, yeah. So that's it. This is surrender. So it is very important that we bring this into our life and practice this in our life. only then there is growth. And there is so much of peace. There's so much of calmness. See, what happens is imagine that your energy is so much. Okay, let's say 100 points. Your energy within your prana is, let's say, 100. Now, if you're constantly giving away this 100 to this worry, that worry, because where focus goes, energy flows. So if you're giving your 100, 20 here, 5 here, 2 here, 3 here. See, we are doing all of that today also. Imagine all the objects that we have today. I need this object. I need this object. I want this also. I want that also. We have all of these things, no? Everything has our energy distributed to it to make space. We have made space. We've what do you say, in our energy system? We have created what do you say, an allocation that so much of energy will go to it every single day. You don't have to think about it also, but your energy is allocated to that. It's like, let's say, for example, why I'm telling you this, I'm just saying. Let's say I was cleaning my mother's house. She's no more. So I'm cleaning my mother's house. Now I found, let's say, 20 different things. My mother is not there. Now that object has to go somewhere because I'm anyway, I have to empty the house. Now, what can I think? Yeah, I need this. Till date, did I need that? Until I saw that, did I need that? No, I didn't need that. I didn't even have an idea that object existed. Now that I saw that, oh, I need this object. Why? Maybe for this particular purpose, I will need it. No? Yeah, I think I missed this object. I don't have this object. Now, what am I doing? I'm actually trying to allocate my energy to that object also, some new object. I'm already. Now, what happens when you're constantly allocated like this? This not just happens in objects, okay? It happens in every pose. Now, you have your family. With every pose, there is one energy channel that we have with them. Now, let's say attachment is very huge with, let's say, with children, for example. All everyday talk, something or the other, we are constantly monitoring. Our energy is constantly going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down like this. And let's say by afternoon, I'm feeling drained. Why? Because you're so invested in putting your whole energy on that. Like this, we have allocated our energy systems to many things. I'll give you a simple example. Let's say you go to one place. It's curiosity. You some questions come to your mind. Somebody is talking, and let's say they say, I'm very thin. How much ever I eat, also, I'm not able to become fat. Now, let's say you have an idea. Hey, eat these days, oh, eat protein, eat nuts. You'll become fat, I'm sure. Or eat this, eat that, whatever. What will happen? You are now choosing to invest your energy in that, which means you're distributing. You're distributing your 100 points. So what is 100 points? That is your prana. You're saying, I'm preponing my death, roughly like this. I'm preponing, or I'm giving my breath. My breath I'm giving to you. For some random talk. Why do they say, why does spirituality and other things don't engage in gossip, don't unnecessary to ask questions, be silent as much as possible? Why do they say all these things? Because you are investing energy. And the more energy we invest in hogging information, you are bound in karma. Now you're giving some advice, random advice to some, let's say, gentleman who did not even ask you for advice. What will happen is you are now binding yourself in karma. And there is a cord that gets attached to him and you. Was it necessary? Not necessary. Or even, let's say, two people are talking. Suddenly you have a question. What did you do there? Let's say you overheard some conversation between them. Suddenly you have a question. Why? Because you're curious. When you ask a question, you're choosing to invest energy. So many times what I do is, let's say I go to the gym and then ladies are typically talking there. Some question comes in my head also. It's not like questions doesn't come. It comes. But then I think, if I ask that question again, that karma will get added up. Why should I ask? What will I do with that answer? They'll randomly, example, they're talking something. Then she's talking, let's say, about some pulao. Oh, what did you add to that pulao? What did you say you added to that pulao? Curiosity. You're already making good pulao. Okay, let's say you already make good pulao. Now suddenly this question you want. "Oh, what did you add? What did you say you added?" See, this is how without thinking we invest our energy. So it matters. It matters, which is why they say be watchful of your attachments, be watchful of your curiosities, be watchful of the answers that you're expecting from other people. All of that is very important, especially when we have this, we can't live, let's say, very silently. I want to keep talking to somebody. I'm just giving an example. I'm not like that, but I'm just saying. Let's say if I want to keep talking to somebody, I'll call them, I'll call somebody, then I'll call somebody, then I'm restless, then I see Facebook, then I see Instagram. So what did I do? Today's Prana Shakti, I gave to Instagram, I gave to Facebook, then I gave to WhatsApp, then I called my friend, then I called, let's say, my mother's friend, then I called my granny, then I called so and so. Talk, 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 talk. These are something called you consciously saying, I am distributing my prana shakti to all of these people and I'm ready to die early. People who have lived longer have been typically very not so much spoken. They are like relatively calmer in life. They don't die so fast. I'm not saying that this is how people die or something. I'm just saying it is how it get distributed. When they die, why they die is definitely not something in my area of control. I'm just saying that when we give away prana shakti, we are choosing to say that in this life, I've taken this body for my spiritual sadhana. God has given me certain period. Let's say when I'm born, I'm getting certain period. I'm willing to distribute it off, that energy. I could have put into something else, no? Into acceptance, into surrender. That person is talking about biryani. Let's say I had to just take it as a pose. See, my mind, it's actually telling me, ask, ask, ask. It's unhappy. It's restless when there is an incompletion in this whole thing. See, when ego is curious to know something about somebody else's life and all of that, it is because it wants to get clarity about some missing link. That's all. It wants all that information to be pakka. If there is no clarity, it cannot live. It is like very restless. So you should come to your practice. In your practice, you should come to a state where you say, ego will continue to keep running here and there for clarity, for information, for getting answers, for feeling that everybody should give me full answers, and then for me in my head it should be logically pakka. All that ego will try its best. Ignore. You don't have to know anything. In your life, if you are able to get to know at least some clarity about your own life so that you can go ahead with acceptance or surrender and all of that with knowledge, seek answers there. Invest your energy in the place where truly it matters. So, whatever I'm telling, at least let it sink in. So, may God give the awareness to all of us to apply wherever it is possible. See, when the knowledge comes, we have to take it. Okay, God, thank you. Thank you for giving this knowledge. But I don't know when I'm going to apply it, when I'm really going to be successful in applying this. No, we need to ask God, when you give me the awareness, please also give me the mindset to apply it because I want you. I want to come to you ASAP. I want to feel you. I want to experience you ASAP. So please give me that opportunity because until He gives the mindset, that also we won't. Okay? See, imagine like this. I had told in the classes that every devata controls our body, right? So, like that, Vayu, which is the prana, that pran shakti, Vayu, pran Vayu, he breathes 21,600 japa. Okay, when they do japa, for us it is called breath. So 21,600 times he will do japa for every single body that we have. We have subtle bodies also. For each body to be alive, he has to do japa. That is his job or his service to God. So when God tells him don't do stop the japa, which means that body is dead. Physical body dies when he stops the japa because God told him not to do the japa. So imagine that somebody is actually doing the japa while we are going around distributing our prana shakti like this. Somebody is breathing for us. Somebody is chanting that breath japa. Hamsa mantra it is called. Okay, that Hamsa mantra, you may have heard it, you may have heard in yoga books and all that. It's called Hamsa mantra. So when they do the Hamsa mantra, for us it is called breath. Then the breath happens because that is his manifestation. So imagine that when we go around collecting objects, collecting information, unnecessary information, gossip, like constantly engaged in something or the other which is like totally useless and all of that, be mindful that we are making somebody else work for us to generally keep distributing like this ego work. He is doing japa for God. Hopefully when he does japa and when it gets converted to breath for this body, he will at least be, I mean, it is a good use of his japa, that energy. If we use it for our sadhana, no, how wasteful it is when he does the japa, but we use it for indulgence of the ego. So, which is why in the last class also I told this body is very useful. It is called a sadhana sharira. So, this sadhana sharira, at least as much as our awareness is, let us try to do, invest the energy into best possible things, which is acceptance, surrender, intimacy, developing intimacy with God, trying to know about Him so that we can be intimate with Him, intimate with that personality. All this is very important, friends. Okay, any doubts so far? You want to come on video, Aparna? It'll be good if you can actually ask the question or uh, try and see. Okay, she's asking, how do we deal with others' expectations of us? See, when we say others are expecting us to do something like this, I'll give you my own example. When I was newly married and all of that, I came from a very, let's say, very non-orthodox background. And when I came into an orthodox family, I felt that there were a lot of rules. And I definitely resisted those rules, lot of resistance. And I judged people. All of that also happened, which is what typically happens when you come from a different, from a different cultural background, not cultural, a different, let's say, freedom background to another kind of background. So another kind of setup. So today, when I look back at all of those things, fighting, eating, everything has happened in the sense in my mind, fighting, not with them. Fighting has happened, resistance has happened, inner conflict of I won't do this, I won't do that. All of that has happened. I did it. I still did it, but with a conflict in my head. I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it. Why? Because again, harmony at home and all of those things. So, but if I look back on all of that, in the process of fighting all of those things, I sure lost a lot of opportunities, maybe to maybe focus on my children, give them maybe a lot more, let's say, a lot more spiritual background. Because I came into a family that had a lot of spiritual background, but I resisted all those things, right? I had today I realize the value of what I have so much after, let's say, 20 years, no, at least 18 years. And now it's almost 25 years since I'm married. So at least I've realized the value so much. I mean, I can't even describe how valuable it is to me today. I had to come to this. How am I feeling that all of this is valuable to me is because I saw the other side of it. I saw how much I lost in trying to fight it. So when I have already always told that when you go into the negative space, into resistance, your ego's way, and all of those things, we will go into so much of negative that there is no more going more negative. There is a threshold limit. And after you go to that literal depth of it, no, suffer, suffer, suffer kind of thing, because I nearly died from all of that uh, poison I had in my head. And that caused poison in my body. Toxin. I mean, I had autoimmune issues and all of those things. I nearly died from all of those things. So, but I healed. Eventually, I healed. God gave me an opportunity and I healed it in a natural way and all that. Today, I'm very healthy. So, when I look back on all of those things, I see all of that as a blessing. And today, I'm so close to my in laws. I'm very close to my in laws. I literally see them as gods. So, I have sort of gone to so much of depth that when literally came on the opposite direction, it literally went so far in the front, so far ahead into Satvikta. So when I answer a question to say, what are we expected to do, this or that, what are you resisting? I'll give you one simple example. Let's say if somebody says in terms of rituals, okay, you have to, so typically in Brahmin communities and all, during periods, they sit for 3 days. And even in other non-Brahmin communities also, lots of people sit for 3 days and all of that. And there is a lot more rules around that. So I used to resist that a lot. But then, over a period of time, the rules did not change, but my resistance towards it shifted. I started thinking, okay, fine, it's okay, what else is there? It's okay, I just take these 3 days off and then I'm going to do something else. I started welcoming those 3 days. Instead of fighting it for the sake of fighting, I just started welcoming it. And then over a period of time, it was eventually what happened, my mother-in-law only relaxed it and then I did not sit at all. Like I said, when you stop resisting, the problem will no longer have a reason to exist. So, what are you resisting? You have to ask yourself, is it insignificant? Or are you resisting because they told you to do it? Many times we don't like it because they are telling us to do it. So, are you resisting because they are telling you to do it? Or are you resisting because of some other thing? I mean, that work itself is not necessary. That is why you're resisting. Or are you resisting because somebody else told you and you don't like them to tell you, and then there is this ego, and which is why you're resisting? So you need to ask yourself that. So I see if something like this is coming typically, let's say I have to take somebody has to take my, let's say, in-laws to the doctor. Now, if all the other children, other daughter-in-laws and all are busy, and let's say I'm at home, so I can think, why is everybody busy? Can't they take? And I should not take. So when they tell me, you take me to the doctor. So it came to me, right? When somebody tells me what to do, they're expecting me to take me. I can say, ah, no, 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 I don't, I'm busy. Ask them. I can always tell that. But then I can always think, oh, this work currently came to me because I had to do it. If this did not, if I did not have to do it, God did not have to assign this to me, then it would have already gone off to somebody. It came to me because God wanted me to do this seva, which is why it came to me. So when your intimacy with God and other things is slightly becoming more, you look at it from that point of view, saying, oh, this is an opportunity that He has given to me for so that I can do this. I will not, then you will look beyond the body and you will tell, this is not coming from my in laws. This is coming from the Supreme. as an opportunity that I have to do this work. But now, while doing this work, am I in acceptance? Am I in surrender of the outcomes? Or am I continuing to resist? Chai, chai, why? Every time I only have to go. No. So you have to think that everything is coming from the same source. And you needed that experience, so it is coming to you. You needed that karma, so it is coming to you. And while that pose is coming to you, everything is posed. Okay. In that moment, there is only one moment, one present moment. In that present moment, your sense organs are getting some input from a pose. That's all. Look at everything with the same lens. That's it. There is nothing else. From a pose, some trigger is coming. Now, what is it that is happening within you? What energy is releasing within you? Irritation, frustration, anger, all of that is coming within you. There, apply acceptance. But action wise, once you are in acceptance, how does it matter what you do? You're not fighting anybody, right? You're not resisting what has come to you. They showed you exactly what you needed to see. At that time, you will not have any resistance, no, to do anything there. I mean, you can think from this perspective because ultimately, you will be constantly trained to get to humility. So, are you going towards humility or are you not going towards humility? Is your introspection that you need to do. Are you bending towards the Supreme God's command or are you not? Who never used to do it? All the Daityas never bent towards God. They never did. They never wanted to see God as supreme at all. They wanted them to take his place, or they wanted to be immortal and all of those things. So ego is like that. We all are like that. We have to train the ego to fall in God's feet. I mean, it literally, uh, fall in God's feet in the sense surrender. Surrender to the ways, because whether we like it or no, it will anyway happen. Either you can align with the work and do it, or you can hate the work and do it. When you align with the work and joyfully do it, why? Because your perspective is different. Your perspective of looking at that work is different. But if your perspective is absolutely misaligned, then you can hate, hate, hate and do it, and you can also bring diseases into your body, which is what I did. And I've seen the results of it. And I definitely don't want to do it again. I lost a lot. I mean, I think I lost a lot. Maybe that was that. In hindsight, I can't even say I mean, that was the way it had to go because my ego was so plump that I had to go to that level of depth to come to this level of surrender. But there's a lot more of surrender to do because there are so many areas I still don't surrender. Did I answer your question, Aparna? Okay, no problem. Any other questions? Okay, let me tell one story. Okay, this is something I recently heard. Um, I don't know if I've already told this. Okay. I forgot the names of the people. In case anybody remembers, you can tell. This is something from a story from Pandrapur. So there used to be this couple who were childless. Okay. I think Trivikram, I don't remember. Okay. So there used to be this couple who were childless, but well, wealthy. So they were into this habit of listening to Harikatha in Pandrapur. So they used to go to places and then listen to God's stories, Pandrapur, Vithala stories, and all of that. So one day they heard a story that when you serve God's uh, disciples or God's bhakts who are praying to Him or who are people who are on that path, then God is far more happy. It's more of service to God. So what they do, they say that, okay, anyway, we are childless. Anyway, we have no other focus. So we have to do this. So they start to cook in their own house. And then Trivikram Joshi, I think his name is. So they start to cook in their own house, the husband and the wife both. And then they start serving the people who come to Pandrapur. Whoever, um, all these sadhus and bhakts who come as a visitor, and all these visitors, they start serving them. And then what will happen? Days will pass by, and one visitor will go and then pass on the word to somebody else. Hey, if you're going to Pandrapur, visit their house. They give free meals. They give free prasad like this. So go visit their house. So this goes on and on and on for many years, and now they will become very old. So they will continue to keep doing service, but now what will happen is their body will give up. They will not be able to serve thousands of people like they used to do. They didn't have servants because it was their own seva, no? So they didn't keep any servants. So now when they are given cooking, the rate of cooking will slow down, and the taste will sort of deteriorate, and it will burn and all of that. The food will get burnt because of agility, lack of agility. All of this happens, and then they will sort of lose all the sevaks who are coming to the house, all the sadhaks who are coming to the house. Then they will feel bad. They will go ask God, Dear God, all that we want is to serve you in this way. I didn't have any children. We don't have any children, and we didn't complain about it. We didn't even ask you for children. And at least in this way, we were able to see you in every single person who came to our house. So, can you please give us one servant who can help us continue this service, who can serve all of these people without with lots of humility, with that sincerity, and who should not complain like they should not treat this like work just because they are employed by us. They should not treat this like work. They should think that it's their duty to do it. So then what will happen? They will pray and they'll go back home. Then one day, one small child, about 9-year-old child, will show up on their door. Very beautiful child. Then he will tell, I heard that you all are looking for a servant. Can I be of service to you? Then they'll say, oh, you're a little child. Where are your parents? He says, I don't have any parent. What is your name? He'll say, my name is Antaryami. Then these people will tell, how do you know? See, this is what is the requirement that we have. You have to bring the vegetables from the market, you have to clean it, you have to chop it, then you have to prepare the big, big handis, and then you have to cook so many types of dishes. Kheer you have to cook, then khichdi, and then some curry and chapatis and rice, and all of these things you have to cook. So how can you're such a small child, how can you do it? In fact, you are at an age where we only should do it for you. Then he will say, no, 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 I am pretty experienced in all of these things. There is no work in the world that I have not tried. I have done all kinds of work. I have all the experience. Then they'll say, okay, fine, we accept whatever you're saying. So, but then we want you to do with a lot of sincerity. Just then he will say, yeah, I'm very, very sincere about this work. I love serving people. I will definitely do this. You don't have to worry. Then he will tell, even I have a condition where I can cook for all of these people, but for me, I don't like the cooking that I do for myself. So I want you to cook for me. Then they will think, okay, chalo, this is anyway a 9-year-old boy. How many chapatis will he eat? Maybe three chapatis and maybe one katori of rice or something. It's okay, I will cook for you. The lady will agree. And then, so this agreement will happen. And then he'll start living in the house. So by the time get up at 4 o'clock, I mean, literally most of the cooking is done, and he's literally like running here and there from one stove to another stove, managing all the dishes. And then even by 8 o'clock, when people start coming for food to their house to take the prasad, he is also serving them. He's serving them the banana leaves and then cleaning up, serving them, and also cleaning up the dishes. Everything he's doing, then these people will be very, very happy that this person is more like a genie. He is able to do everything. And by evening, He'll also say that, can you please tell me some stories? Can you have a satsang with me? So they will, at a family level, they will also be talking about God, listening to his stories. All of that they'll be doing. And then he'll also say that, to the person, Trivikram Joshi, he will tell that you might be very tired. I will do malish of your leg. So he will press his leg and all that he will do. But he would have also told a condition saying that if you, I can eat how much ever I want. You should not question. If you start questioning, saying, oh, you are eating too much, or you are like a petu, you are a person who eats too much and all of that, then I will go away from here. Then what will happen is months will pass like this. Every day what will happen, when he wants, he will finish serving all the guests, and then when the time for him comes, now the lady will prepare something for him. Initially they will start preparing small small bowls of this and that. He will tell, oh my god, the food has not even reached my face, it has not reached my throat also, can you please cook more? And like this, when she starts doing all this, the amount of food that he eats is almost equal to the number of people who had come. So she would have anyway prepared all of these things, and the couple would have prepared all of these things. And then what will happen? He will be happy, and I mean, so this will continue for months like this. For few months, it will continue. Then one day, typical gossip. So the lady of the house will be sitting with her friend, and they will be talking. Then she'll say, "Hey, the servant in your house is so efficient, and the cook and the food that he prepares is so excellent. Even we want to come to your food, eat for your prasad every single day. It's so tasty. People talk about it a lot. And even your husband has become so, what do you say, dasht pusht and all that, very strong. Even he's become very strong, very healthy. He's become very healthy these days. But somehow you don't look very healthy." Because in her mind, what will happen is she will see that he's constantly serving the husband, but he is not constantly serving her. So she will always have that feeling of lack, that
Um,
he's not doing anything to me, he's not doing anything to me. The child is not doing anything to me, and he also eats so much. All of this will be there in her head.
yeah, ma.
Can you please go on mute, Revati? Yeah. So like all this will happen, and then she'll tell the lady next door, oh, you're such a small child, I have to cook for him. Then, oh, how much will you cook? Only two three chapatis? No, 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 he eats at least for 500 people. I mean, he eats a lot, you can't even believe how much I cook for him. So she'll tell all of this, and this, as soon as she tells all this, he would have disappeared from there. So after that, they'll come home that evening, they'll keep searching for him, he's not there at home. Then they'll search everywhere. Then finally they'll go to Pandharpur, to the temple, and then they'll ask, God, you had given us such a good servant, but now that servant has gone, because my wife told all these things. So can you please give back the servant to us? We'll not ask for anything. He was also like a child to us. It was like the child that we did not have. He was so good. Please give us back. Then finally, after all the crying and all of those things, that mm, Panduranga, in front of him only, the child will appear, and he will say that, see, this kind of service that you are asking in anybody, only I can do. Nobody else can do this kind of service. That is why I only came, because I also want to serve my devotees. That there's no other joy for me than to serve my devotees, because I love serving them. I love to do everything for them. So then later on, he I don't know what happens in the story after that. So they'll see God, and eventually they'll get salvation and all of that. That is the story. For me, when I heard this story, the what were my takeaways is, um, I felt that, what was the issue here? The issue was, we judge people when they eat based on, you had an expectation that, okay, that as a child he has to eat only 3 or 4 chapatis, but then he's eating like 500 chapatis or something. So there was an expectation that the child did not meet. And there was a sense of lack that uh, he has to eat like this only, but then if he doesn't eat like this, then I'm going to judge him, and then he's making me do so much of work. All of this was there. So for me, I felt that why was this in my reality? Why did this story come to me? I always ask myself when some post comes to me, why did this post come to me? What am I seeing in myself that I have to learn from and all of that? Then I was thinking, okay, maybe when somebody is taking whatever that is beyond my expectations, food, what is my thought process that goes behind it? That is my trigger. We have to watch it. We have to be aware of it, and we have to accept it. Do you have any views about this story from your perspective? Anybody? Think over. Think over what does this story tell to you? Okay? Chalo, I will post the recording and do share your takeaways on the group. Introspect on whatever was discussed in the class. If you have taken notes, go through those notes and think. See, learning comes from thinking about whatever was discussed in the class over and over again from your own perspective. When you think about this knowledge, when you repeat this knowledge in your head, then you'll get a lot more different ideas about how to apply that in your life and where all you can apply that in your life. Yes, Kritika, do share your takeaway from the story.
Smitaji, for me, it was like how the mother was, despite all was fine, she was not grateful for it actually. She was
Mm,
grateful for what she didn't get. Means she was lack of love.
mm.
I feel I am there somewhere and I could connect how I keep on ask something from my husband. I keep expecting. That is the similarity I saw in the story.
Yes. Initially, they didn't have a servant, but when the
Yeah.
servant came, also there was still a sense of lack. So
Yes,
God may provide all of that to us that we ask, but that unless we come to that acceptance that that sense of lack was within me, and which is why this issue is happening. The sadness is because of what I have within me and not what is absent in my life.
exactly. And one thing I could resonate is somewhere always I feel if there is a call for a function or somewhere I'm about to go for a lunch or a dinner, if somebody in the home wanted to have food in the home, I had to prepare. Then I have this exhausting feeling that
Mm.
why should I go? Anyways, I'm going to prepare all this in the home. I
Mm.
will have. If I want to go out, I make sure that I don't cook today. I'll just escape from cooking. That is
Mm.
something I could connect and I understood.
One thing about cooking is, I think in some class I told, offer whatever you put in your mouth, no, that has to be offered to God and then it has to be taken. You can, of course, you may not have cooked that food. You may be eating that food from somewhere else also, but offer that food and eat. And when you cook for somebody also, you are actually preparing for God only. So when we are trying to escape it, we are trying to escape making that prasad for
Service
God.
to God. Yes, yes. That
See,
is how
God
I'm.
wants us to, when we say intimacy, He's not expecting us to basically look at Him more like an idol. When we think of Him as an idol, oh, anyway, He will not react to this, He will not respond to this. He's there. I will keep doing whatever I want to do. God is there. It's not like that. We have to bring Him alive into our life. And He will be alive in our life as much as you bring Him alive in our life.
Yes, I can.
So when you are cooking also, be okay to cook. Oh, he wants me to cook today. He insisted that he wanted my hands cooking only. It's more like that. He wanted me to give my service to him. Today my prasad only he wants to eat. It's more like that.
I'm trying to inculcate that habit.
We will only keep trying. What if you don't remember? You can't. But at least maybe after that someday you might remember. After that you didn't remember. Oh, I didn't remember this at all. No, okay, next time I have to remember. At least that will come. But the more you keep having when something resonates, no, this is the takeaway. The takeaway is, oh yeah, this is such a beautiful thing. I need to apply this in my life. That is a takeaway.
Exactly, exactly. That is how I'm inculcating all this learning in my chores while
Yeah.
washing the clothes. So initially, I used to think like, why we should wash? We can keep a maid for this. My mother's not listening now. Oh, fine. He wants me to wash my clothes. It is always he and me now.
Yeah, see, that is where I think it brings so much of peace. Even though the same work is there, same issues are there, there is still mind is very peaceful and calm.
Yes, yes.
And
Slowly.
it's like this is where we actually get that energy. We are not
Exactly.
tired by the end of the day.
Exactly. This is what I felt yesterday. Even after a long day, still I was energetic in the night. I felt how this is not me, no.
Hmm.
I was talking with Krishna only. How is this possible? What did you do? Something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Slowly, I'm having that.
See, today in the gym, I had to do some skiing. There is a machine called skiing, right? So I had to do skiing. First 500 I did, I was very tired. My instructor had told me do 2000. So 2000 rowing I had to do. 500 I was very tired. Then I took rest. Then again another 500 I did. Then again, so I thought four breaks, sorry, four times I will do.
Final.
Then by the time I did the third set, I was like, oh, I'm actually not, I'm just not doing anything and I'm just waiting for that 500 to happen. Instead of waiting for that 500 to happen, anyway, it will come when it has to come. I will keep doing jap. So I started saying like Hare Rama, Hare Krishna jap, and then I kept doing. I mean, I was actually watching that I'm not getting tired at all, and I continued till thousands. I was so happy. I was like, wow, actually, I'm not. By the time 500 came, I'm still watching myself. Oh, I'm not tired at all. No, I'm not tired at all because I was focusing on the job instead of the five. I'm seeing the 500, but I'm not seeing the 500. It's like my mind is still on the job because once I did this, I was saying Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Then next time I did this, I said Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So it was nice. I did complete it till 1000. I was thinking, wow, power of job. I was actually saying it was interesting.
Exactly, exactly.
So
Slowly
when
I'm
we connect to
experiencing
God,
that.
these things actually takes a different energy.
True, true.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
no. Thank you. Stay blessed. Bye.
thank
And
you so
thank
much.
God to my spiritual teacher, to all the spiritual teachers. Thank you so much for your great, great help. Bye.